When a powerful figure departs, they leave behind not just a role, but a legacy. That legacy can be a trap. It shapes expectations, defines comparisons, and overshadows anyone who comes next. Power does not transfer through imitation. When you try to live up to a great man's memory, you often become invisible. To truly hold power, you must break free from their image. Create a new path. Make the position your own. 1. The original is always stronger than the successor. There's a deep human tendency to admire the original and ignore the copy. This applies in politics, business, art, anywhere power is involved. The first person to leave a mark is remembered as the standard. The person who comes after must constantly fight to be seen as more than the next one. Example, Louis XVIII after Napoleon. After Napoleon's fall, Louis XVIII became King of France. But Napoleon had already transformed the nation. Louis tried to hold on to the monarchy while still maintaining some of Napoleon's reforms. The result was confusion and weakness. Royalists thought he wasn't loyal enough to tradition. Liberals thought he wasn't modern enough. By trying to balance between two great forces, monarchy and empire, he satisfied no one. He was compared endlessly to Napoleon and seen as a pale shadow. Lesson: if you inherit power from a giant, the public will always compare. They remember the founder, not the caretaker. 2. You cannot compete with myth. Time softens flaws and sharpens greatness. Over time, a strong leader is no longer seen as a real person, they become a legend. Their errors are forgotten, their successes exaggerated. Anyone who follows them has to compete not with facts, but with fantasy. This is dangerous. The more iconic the predecessor, the harder it is to be seen fairly. Even if you succeed, people say it's because of what the last leader built. If you fail, they say it's because you aren't them. Example, Jeb Bush and the Bush family legacy. Jeb Bush ran for US President in 2016. But he carried the name of a political dynasty. His father and brother were both presidents. Instead of being his own candidate, he was constantly framed as the third Bush. People saw him as part of the past, not the future. In a race hungry for something new, he was tied to an old legacy and was quickly eliminated. Lesson: a great legacy is not always a gift. Often, it is a prison. 3. Establish a clear break from the past. If you must follow a powerful figure, make a clear break early. Don't imitate. Don't preserve. Reinvent. The faster you distance yourself from their style, tone, or image, the sooner people will judge you as your own leader. Example, Alexander the Great. His father, Philip II, had built a strong military kingdom. When Philip died, Alexander didn't simply continue his plans. He expanded them dramatically. He conquered lands his father never dreamed of. He created an entirely new image, not just as a king, but as a godlike figure. He rebranded himself and pushed beyond all expectations. He wasn't Philip's son. He was Alexander the Great. Lesson: use the foundation, but build your own structure. 4. Avoid the trap of loyalty. Sometimes, the person you follow may be a mentor or even a parent. Emotion creates loyalty. But power demands strategy, not sentiment. If you hold too tightly to the memory of the person before you, you'll sacrifice your own identity. You are not there to preserve the past. You are there to shape the future. Show respect quietly, but take control clearly. Example, Emperor Augustus after Julius Caesar. Julius Caesar was assassinated at the height of his power. His adopted heir, Octavian, later Augustus, inherited a dangerous legacy. He didn't try to imitate Caesar. Instead, he used Caesar's name to gain popular support, then restructured Rome completely. He redefined the state, took the title Augustus, and created the Roman Empire. He ruled for decades, not as a shadow of Caesar, but as his own force. Lesson: respect the name, but don't live in it. 5. Change the symbols of power. One of the smartest ways to escape a legacy is to change the appearance of power. That means changing language, titles, uniforms, traditions, anything that reminds people of the old order. When you shift symbols, you shift perception. This doesn't mean destroying the past. It means redesigning it to reflect your rule, not theirs. Example: Mustafa Kemal Atatürk. After the collapse of the Ottoman Empire, Atatürk became the leader of modern Turkey. He didn't try to preserve the empire's traditions. He broke from them. He abolished the caliphate, changed the alphabet, banned old dress codes, and built secular institutions. These changes made it impossible to confuse his leadership with the Ottoman past. He built a new identity for a new nation and became its founder. Lesson: a new image builds a new identity. Control symbols, and you control perception. 6. Comparison will always favor the stronger voice. When you copy someone, you're judged by how well you match them. But when you create something new, people judge you by different standards. Instead of being the next one, you become the first of your kind. Example: Barack Obama versus political dynasties. In 2008, Obama ran against Hillary Clinton, who represented an established political dynasty. Obama didn't come from a powerful family. He was young, fresh, and completely different. That contrast helped him. People were ready for change. By avoiding the image of continuity, he became a symbol of a new chapter. Clinton represented experience. Obama represented transformation. Lesson: power favors difference. Make your own name. Final thoughts. To step into a great man's shoes is to step into comparison, criticism, and confinement. Even if the role is powerful, the shadow left behind makes it harder to move freely. If you want to truly hold power, break the pattern. Change direction. Use the past only to launch the future. Build your own voice, your own vision, and your own image. History remembers those who stand alone, not those who stand in place. Key rule: never be the second version of someone else. Be the first version of yourself.